preseason. Just kind of good to get that one out of the way, get back into the feel of what a game is like.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to get the feel back of playing and get some tape on your game to kind of go over. So I find you always feel better, in practice after that first game, and you kind of build off that. So nice to play the first one, and nice to get a win.
Your first game last year, I think you only went 2 periods. I'm wondering, any reason for the change there, and how much maybe input do you have on what you want to get out of the preseason personally?
I think just figuring out how to get everyone as much action as possible with limited games. So a little bit easier just to go right into full games, and that's what we did this year. And yeah.
How did you like to play the defense in front of you tonight?
Yeah, they were awesome. We didn't give up a whole lot all night. A lot of that's our D-man, and then also the forwards for tracking back and taking away any time on the rush. So I think just as a unit, we were great defensively, which we always are, but it's nice to see it so early in the season, in the preseason.
They've had more of the younger kids in there the last couple of games, but how much does it help you having basically the top 4D, back in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to kind of get that chemistry going with your guys. Even you want to read off them in zone, but little things like the goalie handles and making passes to them. So it's nice to get that communication back up and running, and I think it's really important to get those first reps with each other out there.
Preference on like how many games you'd like to play throughout the exhibition season, just to kind of make sure you're where you want to be for game one?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I would be happy to start right now. So, just coming to work every day and make sure you have a good focus, whether it's a practice day or a game day, and put yourself in a good spot to hit the ground running when the season starts.
What have you thought of just the younger guys so far this preseason, especially now tonight with more of a mixed squad between veterans and young guys?
Yeah, it's awesome to see them, buying into playing how we play. They're working so hard out there, and it's always fun. Remembering your first time kind of getting in preseason action, whether it's, right now or regular season. So it's kind of fun to see how exciting it is for those guys, and nice to see them playing so well.
For a guy like Willie, do you call him to the side at all and sort of let him know what your tendencies are and what you want or need from him?
No, I think probably his D partners are talking to him a little bit more. For me, I want him to go trust his game and play hard, and no hesitation. I thought he did a great job with that.
Jeff, you're one of the only players who's played in all 3 games kind of to start the preseason. How much of an opportunity do you just kind of see that as, early in camp as you try to earn a spot on the team?
Yeah, totally. Just a great opportunity. I mean, sometimes you're only in for, 1, 2 throughout the whole stretch. So to have 3 right out of the gate, helps you hit your stride.
2 in 24 hours. How's it like to go back to back at this point in camp?
Yeah, we were laughing about it. I'm used to it. Sammy's pretty used to it. I don't know. It's easy to be motivated and use it as an opportunity.
You coming up last year, obviously, and down the stretch, being with the team all the way into the end, into the playoffs whatsoever. How much did that kind of propel you toward, even this opportunity that you're getting right now?
Yeah, it definitely, helps you hit the ground running coming into camp. Same job as every other year. You got to try and earn a spot, but coming back and having some familiar faces helps.
Did Jim talk to you at all, a week or so ago, letting you know that you'd be playing all 3, or has it been just sort of a game-by-game thing and see your number on the board?
Game by game, just training camp.
Does the experience from last year help when you're on different lines every game, 3 games in, and different lines from practice? Knowing the team, knowing the system, is that helpful?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's training camp. Like, you're going to be on a different line most days and playing with different guys. But yeah, coming in last year, we had a lot of different combinations down the stretch, so it helps out.
You know Cromie pretty well from Ontario. How did you kind of see that play develop? And when you get him the puck in that area, it's a pretty good chance it's going to go in the net.
Yeah, Cromie's fast, he flies. So anytime, you can catch him with, a lot of steam there, you try your best to.
When you're getting tapped each game like this, and we'll see how the rest of camp goes like this, but with each one that your number is called, do the thoughts of, hey, I'm getting a real serious look here.
Yeah,
go through your head.
That's all you ask for. That's all you ask for is an opportunity. So you go out, whether it's back-to-backs or 3 and 4s, whatever. You just do your best to make an impact. Do your best to try and hit all the things that they're looking for, and have a good showing during training camp.
Is it more important to get on the score sheet or to play the rest of the game properly?
I think I try to play properly most of the time.
But to build off that a little bit, you were really more of an offensive guy. I mean, that's really a big part of your game. Last year when you came up, so much was made of the physical part of it. I'm imagining that it kind of has to be nice to put the offensive side on display at this level.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it as a line. That was just kind of a result of playing the way we wanted to play tonight. I mean, I think we were looking to have some sustained ozone throughout the course of the game, and when Sammy and Killer and I are forechecking, and you get a couple point shots, we just kept saying one of them's going to go in, we're going to whack something home. It happened.
How was it playing with kind of the mixed squad tonight, the younger guys with some of the vets, established players, especially in big stadium, kind of like the Honda Center? How was that experience?
Great, yeah. I mean, it's training camp. You're just kind of focused on playing hard and doing the things they want to see out of you, and yeah.
What was your biggest focus coming into camp this year? Anything in particular you wanted to maybe do differently or do more of?
Yeah, I think one of the big focuses, for the guys fighting for that fourth line role was physicality, being hard to play against. Hopefully we're seeing a bit of it here where, we're just sustaining some of that ozone and working together as a line, making it hard for their D-man, but that's definitely the majority of the points we want to hit.
And personally for you, just anything you worked on in the off season to come back and bring.
Yeah, just put on size, try and get a little bigger, try and get a little stronger, be a little harder to handle down there, and again, just make it hard on those guys.
Jeff Malott's, I think, the only guy or one of the only guys playing all 3 games early in the preseason. Just what have you kind of seen from him over these 3 games as he's tried to stake his claim on a roster spot?
Yeah, he's played well. I mean, obviously we liked him at the end of last year. We played him, a fair amount. I think he put on, I talked to him a little bit about it. He's really a fit guy, but he put on about 7 or 8 pounds of muscle. I think I'm noticing some of that. I think he's just a little bit, he's a strong guy to begin with. I think he's a little stronger out there. He's got a lot of confidence, and yeah, he's playing really well. Looks like an NHL player.
Sorry. Each of the 3 games have been kind of different in their own way, even though the score's been similar. What did you like about tonight's game versus maybe some of the other ones?
Well, you know what, I'll tell you what I like. I thought the first 2 games, we had the younger lineups, and, usually young guys are hungry and they're out there skating, and so tonight, with our top 6 forwards in, you get your top D pair in, you worry that, it's preseason and you sag a little bit, and I thought, the guys just went out and played like the young guys did, skated, did the right things. So that's what was really encouraging for me is the veteran players who, sometimes ease their way into this thing, went out and just played like we wanted to play.
Having those.
See Darcy get a little bit more work though?
No, I thought he got plenty. No, we want to play as best as we can. We'd like to see him get as minimal work, but he got some stuff at the end of their third period. They kind of crossed the crease a couple times, so I guess that was probably good for him.
Having those 2 lines in gave you the chance to get some game reps for the 5-forward power play, and was it nice to maybe see that in a live setting like that so early in camp?
Yeah, I mean, we finished the season with Edmonton, who trapped down, played a different penalty kill style, and so, our power play adjusted for that. Now we're back to, teams play a little bit more of a diamond style, so now they get some reps against that again. So it had been some time since they've done that. So, I mean, it was okay tonight. I didn't think it was great with a lot of possession, but I didn't think we were that dangerous. But again, that's the least of my concerns. The important part is just coming out and playing the game right. That's what the guys did.
You mentioned playing the game right. On a game like this, it's preseason, the results don't necessarily matter. Are you able to take any happiness from the final score, or are you more focused on playing the game right?
No, I mean, we won, so I'll take that. We give them 0, so that makes me pretty happy too. And then just generally how we played. Now, their goalies played well. That game could have been tied or whatever, bounce here, bounce there, because we didn't score. I still would have liked how we played, but of course we liked the result on top of it.
You mentioned Drew earlier in camp. How do you like how he's moving around out there, just in terms of him skating and being able to, be more, I don't know if you could, the right word, but
like himself.
Yeah.
I would say more like his old self, yeah. I think it's a noticeable difference. I think you guys watch a lot of us too, and I've said this many times, what he went through to even play last year. Now he's had a great summer. I think he's feeling good about the shape he's in. He's feeling good about where his foot's at. So I just think he's going to continue to get better, and it's good to see him doing some of the stuff that we're used to seeing him do.
Has he told you like how many games he'd like to get in before the season gets going, or I would imagine obviously he'd be in the last one, but have you guys kind of arrived at the right number of?
No, I haven't. I talked to Kopi a little bit about it, kind of told him what our plan is, and he's always up for anything. He doesn't have just whatever the coach tells him he's willing to do. So, and Drew will probably go down the same path as Kopi. So, but I haven't talked to him about it. He played 23 minutes tonight, so he doesn't have to play that many games if he's going to play 23 minutes.
For a kid like Willie, is tonight's game, when there are so many vets in the lineup, is that easier on him, or is it harder on him, maybe because of the extra pressure to play with that group?
It's probably a better question for him, and I'll ask him because Breshevich played that last night in Vegas, right? So that level of competition was higher. Anaheim played a stronger lineup tonight. So it's a good measuring stick, I think, for you personally when you think, hey, this NHL it's not too bad, and then you take it up a level and you go, whoa, these guys are good. So I'll talk to him about it, but I thought he did a good job. And sometimes what ends up happening is you just simplify things, right? Because you're a little worried about making mistakes because the other guys can hurt you, and sometimes that actually helps your game as a defenseman, particularly.
Is it a little bit weird with Kopi to think that this is his first game?
We're going to have a lot of last firsts, aren't we, this year? This is going to be a topic.
Or do you even think about it that way?
I don't think about it. I think we were all at his press conference and stuff like that. And no, we have so much in front of us. It's hard to think about it in those terms. He was out there. I had to pull that whole line back. He played 14 minutes after 2. He was ready to roll, and he's just timeless. So maybe because he's that type of a player, you don't think about it much.
A couple of big blocks for Brandt Clark tonight. Where do you feel like he's at as he continues to develop the defensive side of his game?
Really good. Like we talked the other day, like I had a hope and an expectation that he would be here, and for me what he's shown is he's here coming into this camp. I was hoping he was here, and he's shown me he's here. So, and that's both ways. So it's one of the great things about coaching is winning. But the other one is to see a guy like Brandt with all that talent and promise and emotion come in and see him in 12 months to see where he is today. It's really, really cool to see. Really see him mature and confidence and understanding the game at a high level and the details defensively. And we know he's just going to go like this offensively. But it's just really impressive. And it's a fun part of the job when it goes that way.